I don't accept.
Welcome on in, everybody. We are live. It's Behind the Counter here. Monday, August 15th. Instant Games TV. Steve, Mike, and myself. Maybe just me. But we're getting ready to kick off this episode. We've got a lot to talk about today. We're just kind of going through. I was told of... Mike decides he's going to go get a beverage as we're kicking off the show.
There we go. That looks a lot better.
Not just any beverage. A Nesquik. To go with our little chocolates that we have for today. Dan wanted this coconut one, which he was extremely interested in it. So we got it.
Hang on, I'm trying to figure out how to do what I'm trying to do.
Oh, yeah, the Twitch audience is being
mute.
That computer is so dumb, Dan.
We'll
Dan got a Mac.
We'll get into this in a minute. Let's start with the candy. So Mike and I, we went down to, first off, let's start what we really went down for. What did we go down for?
We were
went
looking
to
for G Fuel.
this new G Fuel thing that's out.
It's not really new at this point.
And apparently Mike and Steve told me about this new, so what you can get, so what streamers are on it. So that each streamer has a different flavor.
There's a lot of them.
A G. Mike's talking like it's the greatest thing that's ever come out in the past. That everybody's doing it. Like I feel like I'm in high school and everybody's doing it.
Let's see who's part of the Team Gamma G Fuel thing.
It's called Team Gamma.
That's the company. PewDiePie.
That's what you have to get a hold of.
Moist Critical, FaZe, Rug, Saving the Bees, One Shot Girl, Alex Zedra, Summit 1G.
He's a big one.
Dan UCD. Some Ordinary Gamers has.
Never heard of any of them.
Wow.
There's two of them that are pretty big right there.
Who, Ninja?
There's
Ninja is part of it, yeah.
XQC.
Okay. Who's the other ones?
PewDiePie, he mentioned.
Okay, he's washed up.
He's
Next.
washed.
Moist Critical.
Never heard of him.
He has a lot of viewers. That would be foolish.
Is Tim the Tatman in?
I don't think so.
He's on YouTube anyway. He stinks.
Oh, these are only Twitch streamers. Oh, so they're not doing the YouTube.
I don't think so. I don't think the doc
Is
has
it okay?
one.
So is it a streamer category? Or is it just Twitch category?
It's just Twitch.
All right, so really it's a Twitch promotion, and Twitch is probably promoting their.
Well, they've
streamers.
had G Fuel before it, and they have flavors that aren't streamer related, but they kind of launched a campaign.
I've heard of G Fuel before.
Well, you said that it was this new thing.
No, I said this new streamer flavor thing is new.
They have a bunch of movies too. They have Radioactive Lemonade for Spider-Man.
For the record,
Spider-Man,
just to clarify
fucking
for the
Spider-Man,
record,
man.
on top of me being a candy connoisseur, I know my beverages as well. I know
You have
every
no
drink that's
idea
owned by
about
Coke,
this,
every
pal.
drink that's owned by Pepsi. I can spin them all out for you. I've heard of G Fuel before. That's absurd saying you've never heard of G Fuel before. Oh, I've heard of it.
He doesn't really know what he's talking about.
I have Sonic, Crash Bandicoot.
Are we talking about the streamers or what are we talking
These
about now?
are all different flavors.
Yep.
They have a
Are
bunch
the
of
G
different-
Fuels?
Uh-huh.
And they have all these different flavors just related to a hero.
Characters, games.
Why don't you look it up, Mr. Two Computer?
We got Steve's behemoth over
Well,
here.
you
to
want
do
it. You're
Yeah.
curious too.
Mortal Kombat has.
Is it not
Three of
freezing in here right now?
I think it's a
The
perfect.
air is like
Uncomfortable.
blowing on me. What do we have it at? 70?
It's a perfect.
Oh, I'm sure it's a 70 when I go out there and look at it.
It's 71 on that one.
You can see from here.
I'd already know it because I passed it today.
What else they have, Steve?
They have an Elden Ring flavored one.
Oh God!
Mega
Who
Man.
cares?
Blue
Elden
Bomber
Ring?
Slushy.
What one?
Blue Bomber Slushy, which is a vanilla.
The
blue
punching guy?
raspberry.
Is that what Blue Bomber is?
Mega Man.
Oh, okay. God, even better.
Sonic's Peach Rings, Wumpa Fruit.
I tried that one.
So, maybe next week we'll try a couple of these. We went to our local one here in the mall, but they don't think they had anything. So we went.
Yeah, I have a powder in the back.
Who?
We don't do the powders, Steve. Steve
have
is a big
a
proponent of the
rainbow
powder. I'm more
sherbet
into the cans.
Flavored.
What are the powders?
Yeah, you can mix your own. Too.
Nope, nope, nope. I want the when you open the can, I'm not dealing with powder nonsense, Steve. Then you get a bad ratio. Some may have too much, some may be too watered down. You never get the exact
Gotta get
flavor
good
you
at
should.
pouring them.
What?
Just gotta get good at pouring.
Nope.
them.
I want the
The way the
when you open
factory
the can.
intended it.
Walmart has a bunch.
Who
Brooks
buys the
Brothers-
powder?
No, I meant the.
A lot of
cans.
people do, but I don't like it.
And what do? You just put it into normal water?
You just make it like Kool-Aid, essentially. You mix it in the water. And it
Whoa,
turns
wait a
in-
minute. So when I open a can of fresh G Fuel, it's not carbonated?
It's carbonated.
The canned ones aren't carbonated yet.
So how is it really? How can you get the powder ones then? They're really two different, completely.
Yeah, I
drinks.
guess so then.
I mean, unless you're packaging
You
it
could
with
make
a
it with
seltzer water.
You could make it with seltzer.
Otherwise, it's really not the true G Fuel formula.
Well, you can't really just make a carbonation from powder.
I mean, the powder came first.
That's what I'm saying. So why are they selling the powder?
For people that don't want carbonation.
But then
maybe?
you're not really getting the drink.
I'm not a proponent of the powder personally. I just learned
So
about
let me
these
put it
different
this way.
cans.
In the original flavor of G Fuel, whatever that is, the normal orange G Fuel with the orange label on it,
Is that the original?
is the
flavor?
normal one with carbonation or is the normal one without carbonation?
Okay, so the cans are carbonated,
Right.
but the powder's not.
We already figured that one out, Steve.
Do you understand
The
it?
powder came first.
I get that there's a difference. When I'm arguing,
So the
over
powder
point-
came first, and these cans are like energy drinks.
So
with
what is
stuff.
the official? What is the official formula? Not carbonated or carbonated?
Well, for the powder, it's not carbonated,
All right.
and for the
So if I
cans,
say
it
I
is.
want the real G Fuel, I want a cup of the real true G Fuel. You're gonna give me the powder version.
Yes.
Okay. And they would tell me the same thing if I went over there and asked them that.
Who?
G Fuel.
I don't know.
Well, they said no. Our real blend is the carbonated.
That's the way the factory intends it. They mixed it for you.
G Fuel was originally released as a water-soluble caffeinated powder.
It does have caffeine in
That's
it.
like
so.
me, just for the record. That's like me saying I'm getting a Gatorade and I mix it with some carbonation. And I call it a Gatorade. Well, it ain't no real fucking Gatorade because there's carbonation in it. So how can the G Fuel have one that's
I'm
carbonated?
pretty sure it's a whole nother thing. It's probably like G Fuel Plus or something like that.
No, it's just G Fuel. It has 300 milligrams of caffeine in each can, though.
As opposed to what with the powder? None.
150.
So it's like an energy drink
So
version.
they probably have a plus symbol or something in it. They got to identify it as something different than the powder one. Because
No,
they're
it's
really
just-
not the same drink.
No, it's just G Fuel.
It's
It's the
just-
identifiers. It's in the cans,
I guess
and you
so.
can buy the cans
Steve,
in stores.
we
You have to buy.
understand. Steve, the point isn't that I'm not. My argument is, if you were to open a can and pour it into a cup, and then you were to take the powder, do that and put it into a cup, they're two different drinks.
Essentially, yeah.
They're not the same.
But when you
So
get
how
the
can you
powder,
have
you
the
know what
same-
you're signing up for.
How can they have the same logo and the same name and this is the same? It's not. So my question is, which one is the true G Fuel drink? If G
It would
Fuel
be the powder,
officials
yeah.
were to line up and go, "This is our main one," what is it?
The powder.
Then I would say, why you have a carbonated one then? And why isn't that a different name?
Because that's better now.
The carbonated one's better.
I think so.
The
Personally.
powder ones you can only get online through them or Amazon. The cans
Yeah,
is slowly
okay.
expanding everywhere.
So they're getting rid of the
It's
powder
starting-
one. First off, no man's doing a powder one anymore. That's just like
Steve does.
no one does that.
I do.
They get the little jug with the
Go buy the
premixer
can,
inside
Steve.
of it, and you.
I have a whole tub in the back. That's
I don't think he drinks it anymore, though. It's going stale. That
It's
powder.
not going stale. the there's more in the tubs than there is in the cans.
Well,
So you get
obviously.
40 servings per tub.
That's because it's not.
So is that what you
good.
put in your coffee mug when you walk around?
No, I just put regular coffee in my coffee.
That would be pretty absurd.
He's walking around with G Fuel in his coffee mug.
Don't tempt me. I'll add G Fuel to my coffee. That would be disgusting. No, wait. There is a
You get
That
blueberry or something.
was a French vanilla iced coffee G Fuel flavor. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. Good.
So long
So
story
long
short,
story short, we went to the newsstand to look for those. They didn't have them, so of course I said, "Let's go pop into the candy store because they've been open, not open." So we went in, and I think they had a little bit of a different selection than we went.
I
last
thought it
time.
was the same. You just didn't take notice of it.
No, that's not accurate.
Dan
I
saw the
think-
cotton candy selection.
I think
instead.
there was more options I've never seen before.
So, we want to try these?
So
or-
apparently this one. What was the other ones that were called?
This one's a bounty. It is expired.
You ever heard of Bounty
No.
candy?
No.
From the sound of it, no one has.
It is unfortunately expired, but I think it'll
Expired,
be...
Steve. Expired.
The whole row of them are expired.
Find out. Bounty candy.
These, however, they have this brand I've never seen before. These Milka ones, and they have like 15 different flavors.
Okay, so I guess I'm a little confused here. So on the label it says Bounty Milk best before October 2nd, 2022. But on the label here it says 2/10/22.
Maybe that was just a ship date.
No, they're not expired. Fake news.
Wow, Dan.
Okay, how would you read that?
I did read it the same way.
2/10/22.
Okay.
But really, it's October 2nd, 2022. So they're not expired. Fake news.
Let's
Yeah,
let's
so-
pop that bad boy open.
Give
UK
me
and
the
Canada.
background of this, Steve. What are the? Ooh, I don't like these.
What is it?
I don't like when they put two into one bag.
Well, that's perfect
Can we
for
just get
trying.
back to the original one candy bar in a bag, please?
Bounty is a coconut-filled chocolate and road
Yes.
candy bar manufactured by Mars Incorporated, introduced in
Are you splitting
1951
yours with Steve?
to the UK and Canada.
I'm not gonna eat this whole thing. So here, it's coconut.
It looks like a mound, essentially.
It's a mound,
Yeah.
and I don't like mounds. Right?
It's not bad.
It's awful.
It's essentially a mound with more chocolate.
Steve hates it too. He
It's
wants to
alright.
throw it out. I can tell.
I was about to say something.
You want the
but,
garbage can, Steve? I will get it for you.
It's no longer sold in the U.S. by Mars.
So it's a foreign candy. Well, this is pretty dry in the throat.
It's awful. The chocolate is like.
I will opt not to finish that. I broke it off if you want it, Steve.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go make myself a G Fuel to.
Well, we have another one to sample.
We're in the middle of a show.
I'm getting ready. I don't
want
want
anything.
anything.
I guess I'll wash my palate as well before the next one.
Maybe I'll get up and go to the bathroom. What are we doing here?
He's trying to prove a point now because we said the powdered G Fuel's dumb. And now he's going to go
So
make
what I've learned, he's a real big fan of the G Fuel.
the powdered one. But I think it's because he has a bunch of it, and so he has to now.
He's forced to be a powder man.
But the cans are super wet.
I would never buy the powder. Never. That's like making your own Nestle Quick. You want to make your own Nestle Quick, or you want to buy the
Actually, when you make your own Nesquik, it's better.
No, it's not.
That's a whole different... That's like making your own chocolate milk is pretty nice.
It's not at all a different argument.
What do you mean? There's no carbonation or anything there, and you get better milk. This is like made with water.
The milk you buy is made with water.
It's made from cows that you squeeze in the udders. And
Oh,
the
I know how
comes
milk
out.
is made, pal. But the milk is no different than that. Than when you
I
buy-
think it is.
Yeah, I don't think it is at all.
I'll have to bring some in for you to try because it's definitely better than that.
That candy is
It was
absolutely
horrible.
awful.
That's why I want Steve
Awful.
to hurry up so I can eat this other candy. So this one is, that unique company Milka. So it's milk chocolate with biscuits on the middle.
A biscuit.
You're gonna like it, actually.
No, I don't think I'm going to.
Oh yeah, I spoiled
When
it.
I eat
couldn't
can-
wait, so before the program, I ate 2 pieces.
And by the way, if Mike says right for the program, we literally had a minute and a half countdown.
There's my candy.
What are we doing here?
I couldn't find the thing. I think I brought it home.
Wow. You see, he can't have his powdered one.
So we've determined you're buried with the powder.
Yeah.
You have to finish it. So you don't have any choice. You got a life of supply of powder that you got to drink.
Yeah. I don't mind.
So now when you run out of that powder, you're gonna buy another one.
There's a lot of buy one get one free sales that they do.
Oh, so he bought one and got one free. So really, he got stuck with 2 jugs of it. So really, they're shoving the G Fuel right down Steve's fucking throat with the powder.
A lot of people.
And he's stuck with it for probably a good year and a year and a half.
I'm
They're,
not
they're,
as
they're
bad
trying to
as
get
a
rid
lot
of that shit.
Not as bad as a lot of people. You go on the G Fuel subreddit, people have like stacks of them. Like, oh, I bought this all in the buy one get one free sale. You bought the whole pallet, dude.
So,
Talk about your candy bar. I'll go help this guy. I'll flush him out of here.
Steve is me and Steve have long been wanting to try that.
Yeah, it looks really good. It's
And
like a biscuit.
like so, Dan was saying we had 2 minutes for countdown, and I just bought that, and I couldn't wait, so I had a couple pieces already.
Did Dan try it yet?
Not yet. You can have 2, Steve, because I know you'll like it.
Set this in the middle for Dan.
That one's for Dan. I don't want the one you guys touched. So,
Just hold it in my hands like this and shake it around with the dice.
so we'll hold it up to the camera.
This is very pleasant. I like that.
It's 2 pieces, like a cracker, like a chocolate in the cracker.
Dan's being jammed up quite hard out there.
So,
He was.
these are wet. It's like a chocolate flavored Ritz.
Mm-hmm.
Try it, Dan.
Mike, don't force candy.
We're doing it for the program.
It is very pleasant.
It's definitely better than that other piece of shit candy we had.
Want more, Steve?
I'm good right now. I'm not. Watch that fucking coconut out of my mouth.
Dan likes it. He wants to be a troll, but he likes it.
No, I'm actually.
He's a big Ritz man, so it transfers over well.
No, I'm not. But I think what makes it is their chocolate is fresh. That's fresh fucking chocolate right there. Am I wrong?
It's just good brand in general. I'm interested to try their other ones, but that one I already think will be my favorite.
Milka.
They had like Oreo. What other ones? Caramel. Coffee.
You see, that's the thing with candy. When you get a candy, you don't want to have a candy that sucks. You know, like that. If I bought that
That's a
candy bar and I got
gamble,
in the
yeah.
car and I went on my road trip, I'd be disgusted with it. You gotta be careful.
A lot of people like that kind
You
of.
gotta be making fresh candy. And I don't think that candy. I'm not blaming the store that was selling it. I just don't think that's a fresh. I mean, because it wasn't expired. It's not their fault.
It's probably not a popular seller.
It's only really sold in Asia, Europe, and South America.
What?
That candy.
Bounty?
No, the
The Bounty was not sold in America anymore either.
Where's his fucking candy coming from?
So he's
then?
ordering it from somewhere. It's like nice, cool foreign candy.
that one was a Swiss.
What the fuck going on over
Yeah,
that
the
chair?
went flying away. I want another piece of this chocolate. Do you want one?
No, too much.
Come on.
No,
Yeah, let's go.
I don't want another one. What was it, Steve?
One of the oldest chocolate factories in
Remember World's Finest Chocolate?
Swiss.
You not dumb?
No.
I was about to say. Remember that guy? We used to have a guy that called back like a couple years ago. He was trying to always sell his, you know the candy fundraisers, the box of candy you go sell,
Yeah.
where people walk around and they sell. You open the box, it has like all these little, like Hershey bars and the little Kit Kats and Reese's.
And they were
and-
also like knockoff brands, right?
Well, no, the one box is real. They had like the Hershey's, and then they had the guy that has not so much knockoffs.
This is the different guy.
But they sell like the boxes, but they're chocolate called the world's finest chocolate. And this guy would always his voice and the way he goes, "Yes, hi, this is Charlie from World's Finest Chocolates. Is Dan available?" Like his word, he
was selling
sounded
it like
fake.
it was fancy.
He sounded like it was a fake. He's just, "Hi, this is Charlie calling from World's Finest Chocolates. Is Dan available?"
Oh my god, it's those chocolates.
What?
So
Yeah, I
Steve
had-
had history with some World's Finest
Yep.
chocolate.
In middle school, we had to, for fundraising. we had
Yeah,
to
they
do that.
became a thing like 5-10 years ago. I don't know if they're still in existence or not. But
Dan sold them at Little League for 1 year, and it was the
1
worst
year.
year.
It was bad. It was bad. We went back to the Hershey boxes after. It was quite a disaster.
It was a disaster.
But he was always called, "This is Charlie from World's Finest Chocolates." And it wasn't, and I'm saying like it's British. It wasn't even British. He just had like this weird. It sounded like his voice was fake.
I talked to him a few times.
It was like, shum, dum, shum.
Kinda, yeah.
Are we sure there wasn't Steve on the phone?
So,
Probably when they called, my voice was like,
so are you saying your experience with this chocolate was the?
or we just had to sell it. It was very
Oh, that's
shitty.
it. Did you like it?
Nah,
What were you selling it for?
I don't fucking know. The school was like, alright, here's a bunch of chocolate, sell it. And, yeah. If you sold $600 worth, you get to pie one of the coaches in the face.
Did you get to pie them, Steve?
No. I didn't care.
Well, so
You
that,
ate it.
alright, so that was our taste testing for today. I do like that chocolate. That's disgusting. And I think maybe we'll try the G Fuel stuff, the real in the cans G Fuel stuff next week. Not this powder. And you know what's going to happen? Steve's going to purposely bring that tub of powder in tomorrow, and he's going to have it back there, and then you know you just disgusted.
It will be a spiteful Steve move. He's gonna be chugging G Fuel for the next few days.
You know you're going to have it now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's purposely going to bring it in.
I'll bring a shit ton of water bottles with me to the con and just have a ton of G Fuel.
For the next behind the counter, I'll get some plastic cups and I'll get.
No,
like,
I'm not
4
trying the
flavors.
powder stuff.
No, I'm saying I'll get a couple cans of all
Oh,
the,
yeah.
and we'll try those out. Steve probably already tasted them all by now,
I know Price Chopper had PewDiePie, Fazeberry, and Sonic Peach Ring.
I want the streamer ones, no video game ones.
but
Those ones are just as important.
But we'll do 2 different categories. Let's try the streaming flavors first, and then we'll do a category
I'll
for
have to
movies.
go back to that place. I think my nephew cleared them out.
And clearly, Ninja's gonna be the best one.
That
Yeah.
is unfortunately my favorite. I tried it and I loved the flavor of it.
The Tetris one is the best one.
That is a consensus favorite.
What?
There's one called Tetris Blast and it has Tetris on it and it's good.
But you don't slap Ninja's name on something if it isn't gonna be good.
He probably just said,
Oh no. Think of the math and the science behind all this. You have a flavor. First off, they don't make these streamers don't have a say in what the flavors are.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah.
So they pick which one they like.
Yeah.
Do they tell them which ones they want?
Yeah.
You know this for a fact.
Yeah.
You saw it in an
I
article.
want us to make
Yeah,
one.
but
That'd be
I've
sick.
seen
You saw it sourced.
a lot of different streamers have all different ones.
So if Insane Games made a G Fuel flavor, what flavor would it be?
Well, if we made a flavor, it would have to be first off carbonated.
I mean, we get
Well, yeah,
both.
we get the can.
Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, so carbonated. Well, that's a whole nother. You can make a drink like Gatorade. You can make a drink like I want carbonated.
We probably
I
get
would
both
want-
the tubs and the cans.
I would go.
We're only the carbonators.
I would go with a flavor. I would go in the berry category. I would go with maybe cranberry.
Well, come on. No one's gonna
It's
buy
like-
this so far.
What do you mean, cranberry?
It would be straight up grape for our purple, and it would be fucking wet. And
Are we going with the flavors that we like, or what's more marketable?
I'm
for us?
saying, what would we sell ours as if when Insane Games TV had that?
Oh, I mean, if we're going with marketable, then I would go with gray purple with the pink, with the purple. Yeah, I'm saying what my personal favorite
what
would
do
be
we
is
see?
a cranberry. Actually, I do kind of like grape, but I do like the purple, so actually that could work out pretty well.
It would
Use
be
all the ones that are on the G Fuel website. There's more.
maybe even a tropical grape
Ooh, yeah.
because we got the yellow in there.
Mm.
Dan wouldn't like it, but I think that would be a nice, interesting flavor.
I mean, it seems like to me that G Fuel is.
Do they have grape already? They probably.
That
already
was one of
do.
their original flavors.
Yeah. So we'd have to have a twist
to me,
on
it seems
grape.
like G Fuel is getting a little out of board with all the flavors.
People like it. That way you don't get bored of it because you change it up all the time. Unless you like Steve.
Let me tell you what the problem. See, let me tell you what the problem is with people coming out with multiple drinks. Again, this is my now drink connoisseurness coming in. That I know drinks so well. Is that when you have all these? We did the Oreo challenge, right?
Yeah.
Guess what Oreo I love the most?
The gingerbread one,
No,
right?
carrot cake.
Kind of close.
Gingerbread carrot cake, not even in the same category, but we'll keep going, okay? Carrot cake Oreo. Loved it. I got it every week from that taste test on. Done. They don't make it anymore.
They don't make it anymore.
Not in the store anymore.
Well, yeah, that way if it's
So
not...
now I gotta go back to the original goddamn chocolate Oreo that I have no interest in eating anymore
Grow up,
because I
Dan.
want the carrot cake
Grow
Oreo.
up.
So when you have these G Fuel flavors that all come out, and let's say you get addicted to the Ninja one, what happens when that's gone?
It's happened with many
You're not gonna
things.
want the normal one anymore. You're gonna piss that shit out away from me.
It's good, but it's not good enough to where I'd be upset if they got rid of that.
It's way too sweet.
No, but you
What
don't
is?
personally like the
Ninja
Ninja one. It is. It's cotton candy is a sweet thing.
Steve, let me tell you a little story. And this is how the story goes. Ninja doesn't fail. Okay, so when he's coming out with the G Fuel flavor,
What happened with Mixer first?
okay,
Of all?
when he's coming out with the G, that wasn't his fault. When G Fuel flavor comes out, they're giving him one of the best ones there. And clearly, from what Mike has said, it is one of the best flavors out there.
I just like cotton candy, like with almost anything though. So I'm biased a little bit.
I personally think the Ninja one's probably the best.
You haven't even tried any yet.
I know what's coming.
He's a troll. I think if they just had cotton candy and they didn't put Ninja's face on it, I think it would be a lot of people's favorite. I think they're selling a couple with his face, but a lot more are not buying it out of spite.
I mean, it's cotton candy's very okay, but like an artificial cotton candy's not.
It kind of reminded me of like one of the cotton candy ice cream flavors, like a popsicle or something.
Yeah.
So,
What we should do is a banana grape.
do you think those would mix? I was thinking that at first, but I'd have to taste it. We'd have to go to the lab.
Let me put on my coat.
A little, either that or pineapple grape, mango grape.
Ooh.
That might be the one right there.
Maybe a hint of green apple. Or green apple grape with a hint of mango.
Those would go good together.
There we go. We just solved our G Fuel crisis.
Let's say someone's gonna steal our flavor now. They're gonna come and make it.
What was the? There was. The
I guess we could do plum as well with the purple.
I think plum was already taken.
A mix with it though.
The Diablo Immortal one is blueberry plum grape.
That's pretty wet. Too bad the game sucks.
Yeah. I really want to try the.
There's a lot of flavors, Dan. We're going. Did you hear? He just said Diablo Immortal is blueberry plum and what else? Grape.
Yeah.
What is it called?
The
It's-
Diablo Immortal one.
I don't want no
Health potion.
Diablo. That's
no one
stupid.
wants Diablo Immortal. That's besides the point. But the flavor sounds pretty good.
Sounds awful.
They. I know for April Fool's Day last year they did chili dogs, and this year's was
See,
ramen.
there's certain what?
Ramen.
They have-
See, there's certain things that I don't want to drink in the carbonated G Fuel, and that's just one of them.
Nope, it's not the carbonated.
It
It's
was
the
only the
powder.
powder.
Still, that's just not one that I'm intrigued to have. Just sold a advent calendar, Harry Potter, or The Office.
Nice.
Not bad, not bad.
All right, so what do we got? So we'll try those G Fuel ones next week, and we'll start a little category on that one.
While you were gone, me and Steve decided mango grape for our flavor.
No mango, just grape. Are you for real?
Or banana grape.
Banana, grape, green apple.
Might as well just make it a fruit punch and make it pineapple, banana, grape, and freaking green apple.
I'll have to bring in the Party Punch, which is the Sonic Fruity Pebbles cereal flavor.
Not bad, not bad. And then our logo, I guess, would just be the normal logo, right? On the can.
I
A
want
purple can.
I want to get a Insane Games colored shaker cup.
We'd have to put Dave on it.
Or the logo with all of us underneath.
That's a good one, too. Dan's getting jammed up out there.
I hate to see it. Anyway, what else is on Dan's list to talk about?
Beat ya with that very slow raise. Fantasy has to be here. Ooh, there's a couple of good ones on here still. We have.
Whoa,
to,
what are you moving on without me?
We moved on from G Fuel. We've said it all. What we've had to say about it.
So what do we move on to?
Steve said he's done with the powdered G Fuel while you're gone.
You're done
No.
drinking? What?
No. I want,
Steve, just get rid of it.
I want to make an Insane Game Stevie colored shaker cup for the powdered G Fuel.
I mean, if we do get into the G Fuel, that's an option.
Yeah.
If we want to offer some powdered substance with the cup of our own.
I can't.
Black cup, green top with a purple lid, and the yellow inside. I will bring in a test one.
It sounds like you have quite the dilemma you need to figure out over there.
I have been trying to fight for this sponsor for the last 2 years.
I like that. And now that they're having all these streamer canned ones, I am intrigued. Because it's like Red Bull, but it has 0 sugar, and seems like it's pretty light. So,
Speaking of dilemmas, I got myself into quite the dilemma the other day, where I now find myself deciding between 2 laptops. I don't know which ones I want, which ones I don't want. So, long story short, a year ago, I got this Dell, brand new Dell one.
and it stings.
I've loved it. It's been great. Okay?
Other than when it dies.
It does. I feel like it has, like, no battery.
I've seen them freak out at least 3 or 4
like,
times when it was
like I
dead.
just had this charging and it's at 80. It has, I think back in the day when I used to have a laptop, when I close it, it goes into sleep mode and the battery stops.
So does this do that?
Okay, I don't know. Again, I want no. Leave it, stop touching the laptop. Okay, this one. Well, I've noticed that when I close it and I open it back up, like it's dead. I haven't even used it, and the battery is. I've literally charged it a whole night before, and the next day I've come in to go on the show and it's dead. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Other than that, it's like the most. I get yours, but it's like it is probably one of the more powerful. 16 gigs of RAM, 512 memory.
These numbers mean nothing.
i-core, yeah, it is. i7 core. I mean, this is pretty fucking fast. I'm not gonna lie. This is like a top of the line laptop.
So why did you feel the need to get this one, though?
So I've always wanted, I've always debated about getting a MacBook for the longest time. So we were down in Crossgate shopping around Friday, and we went into the Apple store, and of course I just wanted to get a watch band. But of course, everything looks so great when you go in there. Oh wow, this phone looks so cool.
Dan played like a fiddle in the Apple store.
This phone looks so cool. You don't realize you have the same exact phone, but it's just like just the way it's presented there, right? So I'm looking at the MacBook, and so I asked the guy, what? No, and he goes, oh, this is a whole new MacBook. No. I got clarification from Tom yesterday, who said the same thing. That they now put their own. This is the first version they put their own core processor in. It's not Intel anymore. Because the reviews are like phenomenal for this.
The M1 chip.
What?
The Apple M1 chip.
Right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So
Steve knows.
They want, like he said, they want crazy with this laptop. It's getting great views, more than the ProBooks before. I go, wow. Of course, he goes, it's great with videos, watching streams. Sound quality's great. Like, well, this is stuff that I would probably use it for. So I'm looking at it, like it's really nice. It's relatively light.
I do like the hard metal on it.
Yeah, it's light and I mean it's integrated to my iTunes. It's integrated to my Apple account, my texts, my email. Like at the end of the day, between my phone, my watch, my iPad, it probably makes sense to probably have this.
But can that do this?
What's that?
Full blast fans.
This doesn't need fans.
Everything needs fans. That's how it cools
Steve,
it.
This thing has no thing to save itself from
This
overheating.
baby's cooling down. You don't hear it. That thing's working in overdrive right now to keep.
I just set it to the max.
Can it play games though on there?
That's the big question, right there.
No, but I didn't buy it for a gaming laptop.
But why would you spend that much on a laptop that you wouldn't have at least the option to upgrade it to play
This
games?
bad boy can probably do the mid to basic gaming.
When I scroll
Has an
on Yahoo,
HDMI
it's
port
so
on it.
fast.
It has this has a screen. It's 10 times better than that screen.
This has a much better screen.
This has an HDMI port on it. So yours has an HDMI
compare
port.
it to that laptop stings.
What?
Of course,
These
this
are
one's better.
almost identical. Almost. This is a 14-inch. That's a 14-inch. They both have the same RAM, same storage. Core 7. I think this is relatively the same as a Core 7. I mean, so I got quite the dilemma. So then to make it worse, I go to Best Buy has them on sale, $300 off. Well, now I almost have to. $300, they're never on sale. And I'm an Elite Plus member, so I have 45 days return. So you know what? I'm gonna buy it, at least with the $300 off. See if I like it, test it, see if it fits into what I'm trying to do, and then if not, I get rid of it. I just bring it back. I mean, I got 45. That's why I pay. That's why I buy so much at Best Buy. I have the 45-day, not the 14-day. The normal people have. I have the 45-day return policy.
I guess it's if you.
So Mike, who's at Tom's, would be actually appalled by the purchase. When I brought it over, he was actually appalled by the fact. I said, well, I think I'm gonna bring it back. I just can't really get behind it. He goes, what are you talking about? He goes, it's rated the best laptop online. He threw out his Reddit rhetoric about how Reddit loves it, and they label it one of the best MacBooks ever made. I mean, it's the first version with its own core processor in it.
So he just told you the same stuff you just told us.
Basically, he told
And
me
you didn't know any of that until Tom told you.
No, that's not right. That's not right.
You just liked it because it looked cool.
No, I actually prefer the Apple Macs that have the thing that light up on the
It's
front.
all about the logo for Dan.
This one has the
This
Dell.
one doesn't light up.
This
Wow,
one-
that's
this
that
one has
is
the Dell in it.
stupid. This Apple
Mine
doesn't
lights
light
it.
up.
Back in the
That
day,
is iconic for those.
I know they don't do
Wow.
for like the last 5 years they haven't done it.
Wow.
I don't even know what that logo means, Steve. What does that logo?
It's Predator. That's the brand that Acer does for gaming.
It's a pretty nice brand.
Yeah, but that thing. Let me tell you a little story, Steve. I've had a gaming laptop before, Dell, $2,800. Got it when I graduated from high school, and that thing was a fucking brick. I may bring it in and show you. It was almost the same size and the same width as that. Those things are pretty fucking heavy to walk around with.
Yeah,
They're not light.
No.
So what? What's the big deal? It's like a difference of a pound, though.
A pound?
This thing is fucking.
You want to lift this and then lift that?
Two-handed. Okay.
I got some pretty strong arms, Steve.
I've already dropped it once. You can see my repairs.
This isn't that heavy for how big it is.
You had to repair
Let
it?
me see this.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Close it up.
I dropped it on the floor here a while ago, and
This is probably actually heavier per inch. Feel it. It's much condensed, and this is just wide out. It has some heavy metal in that Apple one.
This is pretty fucking heavy.
This is pretty heavy, but that is heavy too.
So, back to what I'm saying. I gotta
That's
figure
right.
out. I gotta figure out which one I like and
Okay,
don't like.
I see it.
You know, I think part of the problem is I'm half PC, half Apple. My home desk, my office desk, is all integrated with PC. You know, my email is through Outlook, all PC, Microsoft integrated. So I got to figure out. I got to really spend some time to figure out which one.
Well, it's not bad to have an option for both if you want to do some of that stuff on there.
You think I'm gonna keep both of them?
That's an expensive option to do that, though.
It's ridiculous to have two laptops.
What are you gonna do with the other one? Sell it?
Oh yeah, probably.
you can
Smash
replace
it.
the ThinkPad.
He wants to torture us.
I'm
more.
not putting a nice laptop on the desk for people to just do lily dag. That ThinkPad is, you know, probably needs. You know how nice that ThinkPad is?
Not nice. At
I
all.
mean,
Not anymore.
no. If I go and I pull up the system on that and I read off what is that on? Is it on?
I don't know. I haven't touched it.
Don't embarrass yourself, Dan. That computer is stupid.
While you do that, I will pull up my specs.
Oh.
Just need to find it first.
Nope. Someone turned it off.
It's probably dead.
It's plugged in.
It could still be dead.
It's dead.
No, it's not.
It's plugged into the laptop, but it's not plugged into the other side.
I'm not taking time to start that.
It's dead.
It's not dead, Mike. But I bet you that has some pretty decent system.
Dan checked it over there, saw they weren't that good, and then said, I don't know why it's not turning on.
So I got some playing around. I want to try to do some video editing with it. I want to try to do some different stuff with it because that's what they're good for. I mean, I don't know.
What videos are you going to edit? Dr. Wiley does the video editing around here, pal.
It's true. I'm talking, I mean, other stuff. I can help Steve with doing some editing on this.
That is a very disbelief look right there that I was putting to you. doubt all of that. Let me know when he does the first video with you, Steve.
Steve, I do some every once in a while.
Yeah.
Not like hardcore editing, but I'll go clip something on Twitch if I need to clip it.
That's not editing.
This is coming from a guy who thought carrot cake was the same thing as a gingerbread cake. I mean, get the fuck out of here with that. Well, first off, what's a gingerbread cake?
Gingerbread?
And?
Do you see the two words in there, Dan?
What?
Ginger and bread.
And that's your piece of
Bread
cake.
flavored like ginger.
And that's your cake.
It's kind of like cake.
Is there frosting?
Ginger is sweet,
You
probably.
could put frosting.
So you've heard of a gingerbread cake.
Yeah.
And it's the same as carrot cake.
It's not the same
No,
as carrot
but-
cake.
It's not even the same
Cake.
category.
No,
It's still
cake.
Let me tell you something.
Cake is
Candy
cake.
connoisseur, drink connoisseur, dessert I know everything about
You
cakes
don't know
and brownies.
more about
Oh, I
cake
know an awful
than
lot about
me
it,
and
pal.
Steve, all right?
An awful lot. This guy right here has a sweet tooth, and I love desserts and I love my candy.
I misspoke is all it was.
Oh, it was a big
obviously I know
misspoke.
the difference.
A very big misspoke.
You don't know.
Gingerbread Oreo? Not even close.
That's not how I said it.
Not even fucking
And you don't know
close.
shit about cake.
Oh, I know an awful lot about cake,
You
pal.
probably never even baked a cake in your
Oh,
life.
I know. In fact, I had some cupcakes the other day that were so fucking good that I told the Shevlins I'm gonna start baking pretty soon. Because the cupcakes were fantastic.
They probably tasted like shit.
Oh no, they were good. Absolutely outstanding cupcakes. I don't think I've ever had cupcakes better than those cupcakes I had the other day.
They were probably so dry.
Oh no, they were fantastic.
The driest, worst cupcakes you could imagine.
The frosting was whipped.
Were they
It was
dry?
Perfect. No, they were wet.
Were they moist?
Oh.
That's a word you can use with cake quite literally.
Yeah.
Was the cake moist? Or
I'm
the
kidding.
sponge, as they call it. Dan.
Okay, let's move on.
It was dry.
So we have a somewhat of an announcement to make. Not quite an announcement, yeah. But I think we got to make an official video for public release. Is that Danny NASCAR is joining the CJ Playmaker? What's the official name?
The CJ Playmaker Mario Kart League.
CJ Playmaker Mario
As
Kart.
hosted by the Weekend Wednesday.
Why don't you get in on it?
It's too late.
What do you mean?
Everyone's locked in.
Is it all the spots are locked?
Yeah.
Is it maxed out?
Yeah.
Oh, how many can only be allowed in it?
10.
Oh, so who's officially in it?
Me, Dave, CJ.
Not concerned. Not concerned, not concerned, not concerned. Let's keep going.
Sustaina.
I don't know anything about his
He's-
racing.
I think he's the best.
No, I kicked his ass last year.
Keep going.
I'm pulling up the list real quick.
Who's the defending champion?
I am.
Oh, well, this is just going to be a walk in the park. I
I
mean,
had over a 200-point lead.
see, that's irrelevant. Can I not go
That is
over?
pretty relevant,
It's very
actually.
irrelevant when I
That's-
picked you up by your throat and slapped you around in Mario Kart 64 in here. Not
That-
once,
we're not in
but
Mario
twice.
Kart 64
It doesn't matter.
anymore, old
Mario
man. We're in
Kart
Mario
has
Kart
one
8.
Mario Kart game, and it's Mario Kart 64. And I picked you up, and I took my hand, I slapped you in the face, not one day, but 2 days.
We'll just have to
Mike,
see if
am
we
I
can
wrong?
do it again.
That was a pretty absurd damn
It was one of the
show.
biggest beatdowns seen in quite some time here at the
I
studio.
was quite disappointed and speechless from I expected Dan to sting.
Can
But
you do it again, though? is the question.
That's not. Oh, not only did I do it the first day, I did it the following week. I
I
slapped you
wasn't
around
sure
as
if I
well.
was just rusty or not, but then Tom came in and he kicked his ass as well. So
Wasn't just his ass and your ass; it was Tom's ass as well.
I'd give Dan like a B+ in Mario Kart. There's
and
another,
I've long
there's a higher
said,
tier of player.
I've long said, and I'll say it again. I am looking forward to the day that skinny, bald-headed bastard Johnny comes back in here with his 4 eyes, and I slap him around as
You
well.
won't
in
have
Mario
fun
Kart.
once he plays you. It won't be fun anymore.
I'll say, "Oh, really, Johnny? You're good at Mario Kart?"
He'll cheat and it'll be over.
Johnny's a notorious
He
cheater.
probably would beat you without cheating even.
I'm not concerned with Johnny and Mario Kart. If he wants to go play his Wii version, go have fun with Wii. I think there's only one Mario Kart version, and it's Mario Kart 64.
That's
not
not like
what
Yeah, Mario Kart 8, yes, I put right up there, very close, but a second. Mario Kart 64 is the Mario Kart.
I like the one on the Super Nintendo.
Of course you do,
actually.
but we're not talking
That
about
one
this.
is fun for different reasons.
Of course you do. So let's go through the list of people. Start from the
Well, we're
top.
at 4. Do we
Start from the top.
Hang on, I I haven't pulled up the list yet.
What's he been doing the whole time I've been talking?
Tuning you out a little bit, but that's okay. All right, let's see. It's a bit far back.
This is pretty absurd.
It's very far back. All right. Sustaina, Dave, a person named Locust. I do not know them, but
A ringer.
you.
Locust?
Yes,
Like the bug?
I guess.
Like the enemy from Gears of War?
I don't know. Never played Gears.
No, I'm just asking about how it's
You've
spelled.
never played Gears of War?
No, I'm.
I don't blame you. That
PlayStation
game
person.
sucks. You're good there, Steve. That game is hot fucking water trash.
Game's pretty wet.
No, it's not. It's awful. Well, continue.
Azra and Alex. Or
Who?
Alex. I don't know either of them, but it would be definitely fun to race against them.
Are you concerned?
Oh, hang on, it's still loading. Here we go, the actual list. CJ, Amp Slayer, Sustaina,
Amp Slayer. This would be fun.
Cheesecake Ghoul,
Who?
one of the people that were in last year. Really good Mario Kart player. Dave, me, Alexander, Azriad, Locust, and you. There's the 10.
No
So
boater.
is it the
No.
enemy from Gears of War, Steve?
No, it's not. We rocking with
Dan looks a
Luigi.
little worried after you got the whole one.
No. Now, why didn't someone like Boater get into it?
Oh, you wanted to target Boater as the main.
Doesn't want to.
I mean, Boater prides himself on being one of the best racers. Does he not? Boater thinks he's good at racing games.
Leave Boater alone.
Steve knows it. When Boater walks in here, he talks like he's like a god at the racing games.
He did beat Split Second last week, which was pretty cool. That
It-
game's hard.
It is a
What?
pretty cool
That
game.
game is hard.
Do you think you could kick Boater's ass in racing games?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Well, Steve thinks he's the best at Mario or all racing games.
no.
He thinks he can kick your ass as well.
No.
I'm still waiting for my NASCAR challenge.
First off, Steve, I kick your ass in NASCAR Heat 5 all the time. Danny NASCAR and Team Insane Games. I'm the Kyle Larson of the team.
Wow.
Okay.
You get your
Wow.
one win and that's it.
No, that's not quite. I'm the Kyle Larson of the team. Okay, I'm just saying there's no greater joy in racing than probably beating Boater. And I say that I would love nothing more than to beat Boater in race. But that being said, I'm going to have pure fun beating CJ the Playmaker. I'm going to have pure fun beating Dave. And you as well. You're going to be like the dessert on the cake, Steve.
Ain't happening.
The frosting on the cake.
So it starts this Wednesday?
So let me just
Next
say, you were ahead by this Wednesday?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Yes.
You're going to be... So you had, what, a 200-point lead before?
Yeah.
Over everyone else?
Yeah. To be fair, Sustaina couldn't make it 2 weeks. He was the first season champion.
So what
Alex
happens when you
was.
can't make a week?
You get filled in by a computer player.
So there's going to be a lot of probably bot Dan weeks.
No. Nope.
Everyone's going to hate the Dan robot.
Danny NASCAR will be joining the CJ Playmaker Mario Kart League. And it'll be just pure domination.
No. Anyhow, we still
You're
got
making a lot of enemies.
Steve, let me
on
tell you
the
something,
Mario Kart.
Steve.
We
You
gotta
have some
figure out how we're
competition
gonna
on the
set
course
everything
now,
up.
okay? You're not gonna be running laps around everyone. You're gonna have the Danny NASCAR on the Mario Kart circuit with you, and I will make sure that I'm going after you every second of the race.
You're coming
Danny
into his
NASCAR.
territory. You might have his posse running you into the wall anytime you get close.
If I detect any funny business, okay, where people are trying to go after Dan, because I'm notorious. Let me tell you something. I'm a master at that too, detecting when funny business is happening. Okay, and if Dave wants to be funny Dave and trying to get in my way, and CJ wants to be funny CJ and try to get in my way, I'm just gonna knock them out with red shells as well, and I'm just gonna go right for you.
You may be Danny NASCAR, but I'm Dr. Mario Kart.
You're not. I beat you at Mario Kart 64.
Have you beat me in Mario Kart 8 yet?
That's
No?
not the point. And the
that
point
is
is,
the
no.
point, 'cause
The
we're gonna be
point
racing
is,
in
in the
Mario
Mario
Kart
Kart game, and the only Mario Kart game which you and I have competed against, I whooped your ass not only once, but the second day. So right now, it's Danny NASCAR 1, Steve 0. Am I
I'd be
wrong,
happy.
Mike? Am
He
I
did
wrong?
win. He won the league that you're joining to the year before.
That wasn't part of it. I do
feel
not
like that
recognize
requires
that season.
some respect.
I do not require that season. I do not.
You'll have to dethrone the current
Oh,
champion.
it's coming. Don't you worry. It's coming.
I welcome the challenge.
Dan's
But
probably
I'll
going to
win.
finish like 7th or 8th.
Whether you
the
welcome
first
it or not,
week.
Steve, the challenge is coming. So you better do your laps, run your practice
Oh,
races.
he's been practicing,
No,
I'm
I
sure.
And you better get yourself. Danny NASCAR ain't doing no practices. No matter what track I hit, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Where did Dave finish in that season? Who was second?
CJ was second.
So CJ's gonna be a little bit of a battle too.
They're all
CJ better know what's
They
coming
all
to him
race pretty
too.
fast the 1 or 2 times I've jumped in there with Dave. They all raced pretty fast.
Back in my day of old high school, I used to be a gang member of Mario Kart.
Is he mocking me? Or is he talking about you?
I actually was in a group of Mario Kart people that I was in school with in high
And
school.
it was a gang.
Yeah. We were the Ace of Skies. It was...
That's cool. It's interesting lore.
All right, so
What
more
happened to
on the
it?
CJ
No,
Playmaker League over the next couple of weeks. We'll be talking about it. So they are doing it. Dave always does it on the weekend Wednesday. So the channel will be hosting the season. So we'll have more on that as we get going, as we get closer. But that's another 2 weeks away. We got a Comic-Con coming up, Mid Hudson Comic-Con. We're shipping Dave and Steve down. And
Comic-Con team.
they're doing an overnight stay in Poughkeepsie. Anyone watching who's in Poughkeepsie will be there on Saturday and Sunday. I think I'm going down Saturday. Mike may go down. We got to figure out the schedule for the week. There's only 4 of us, so we only do so much. But so we're gonna be doing that this weekend. We'll do fantasy talk next week, and that's about it. We're over the hour mark. So I sent the notices out to everybody that the funny games and the summer vacations are coming to an end. Okay. It's time to get, because, all the shows have been relatively on and off. Which, I don't have an issue with. I do and I don't. I don't have an issue with, obviously when something comes up and you can't do a stream, that happens. Okay. I would prefer that maybe a fill-in. Hey, can so-and-so do my show? Or, hey, can you, that's probably the best method. And over the last couple of weeks, it's been, I get it where, let me tell you, it's hard for me to be asshole Dan and Dick Dan when I myself I'm not saying, no, what I'm saying, I myself would be like, I think streaming nonstop for like a year, 2 years, I don't think that's the best method. I think you get burned out doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm not opposed to, like, hey, I need a month off of doing shows. Like, reset, refresh, come back when I'm not opposed to that idea. I think next summer we're gonna do things a little bit differently. Rather we take the month of August off, or we do an alternate schedule for the summer, or people who want to stream more in the summer are gonna be on when some shows can't. Like, some shows are just not enough content right now. Like the sports betting show, there's not much going on besides baseball. Dream Team does a lot with fantasy. Well, we're getting into fantasy season in 2 weeks. Next week almost.
Dream Team should be firing back up at the August,
No
early
Look, House
September.
Divided, Dream Team. Those are all football betting and NCAA. All that's gonna be kicking into gear September, almost like a normal TV schedule. As far as Danny NASCAR goes, that's not our fault. It's just more they fucked up the game more way than you can count.
I am pretty hyped for NASCAR Rivals, though. It looks
I
pretty
mean,
good.
if they don't go out of business before then,
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, the best
But
thing.
we do have a World of Outlaws game to look forward to that comes out from iRacing.
Steve, stop! You know how this goes.
It's
I'm
not
not
the
interested in the dirt racing, the motorcycles, the Indy cars, the
He has to
regular
keep
cars.
offering
I'm
them.
interested in NASCAR.
You might find one that you like.
I'm
eventually,
not
Dan.
going
It's got
to.
Casey Kane.
No,
What's wrong with Casey Kane?
nothing. He's a great driver, but no. The best thing that we can hope for right now is that they do the patch to NASCAR Heat 5,
That was a big maybe from Dmitry Koskinen.
But he said it. If
It's at least somewhat spoken into existence.
if they said it,
they'd still fuck it up.
but no. If they said that, you know they're looking at it.
Yeah.
There's someone in that office that has had to say NASCAR Heat 5 has all the mechanics of what we need. Why can't we just update that? And we use all the engines on that and all the mechanics on that instead of trying to do this failed NASCAR 21.
It would be just a heavy
You
statement.
couldn't have a bigger disaster than what I've seen with this game and what they've done.
If they were to do that, that's essentially
And I'm
giving up,
sorry,
though.
Steve. As much as a rival game coming out, we will try that. We will do it. But as much as a rival game coming out, they came out, their last update, their last version of the game that came out was for Switch. So why are they doing another Switch one 6 months later? Like, this company is so messed up.
Yeah,
It's easier to translate, right?
it is quite a rabbit hole to go down. I definitely recommend it.
It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. So, we're going to try to do some different things for Danny NASCAR in September. I think we're going to try doing some Mario Kart with us for a couple weeks. You know, I think we'll do a couple more Heat 5, especially when the new diecast comes out. That's another thing.
Yeah, get your hands on some.
But that's another
diecasts.
thing, too. On top of the game sucking, there's been like a diecast drought for like 8-10 months now. You can't even get diecast. So it's just like, it's almost like Danny NASCAR took 2 bullets to the chest. And we're on CPR, or we're on a life machine trying to like... I do have some diecasts. Anytime I go to the store, I get
Probably
like 1 or
a
2.
stinky diecast.
No, I got a bunch of the new Kyle Larson ones.
The next gen?
Yeah, no, the last wave of the 2021s, I think.
Oh,
The star ones that have the stars on it.
The one that's on the shitty mold.
Probably like Danny Suarez or something like that.
No, I got a couple of boring Kevin Harvicks and stuff. But back to what I was saying. So I think we have 15 more days to the end of August. And then I think September we're really going to be doing. I've talked to Nico with High Five and House Divided and getting those shows back on schedule and getting that stuff. We're obviously starting back up last week, so we'll be going now for a while. Dream Team coming back with fantasy football and No Look and House Divided. So a lot of content, a lot of integrated content. We'll have the CJ Playmaker League on the weekend Wednesdays coming up. Nerd Glasses and Citadel have been going nonstop anyway already. Same as with Dave. Weekend, so they've been already going. Actually, Austin's been doing pretty good. Monday Night Gaming and Thursdays have been on every week. So a lot of it's the podcast. A lot of it is, getting the stuff back up and going. And I like that fall refresh. It's almost like the TV shows come back. It's like everyone. You take a little bit of a break and you come back, and everyone should be amped up for new shit.
I'm still trying to pitch my show that I'm still working out the bugs for.
We don't want to hear the
shovelware
details until he's
game.
done with it.
He said it once.
But we want to hear the full details when the pitch is
It's
ready
pretty
to go.
close. I can make a nice pitch now.
No.
Okay.
We're over the time. We'll do it. Wait
Don't
till
shut him down like
I'm not
that.
shutting him down. I want to hear, but I want to hear when he's done with it.
I am pretty much done with it. It's like
He gave us a
specific
small
games.
pitch before.
No pitch is better than a done pitch.
All right,
What
I've
about
got
a
my pitch.
speedball? What about a fastball?
All right, Steve's shovelware stand. I play games that are bottom of the barrel on video game storefronts.
People
game
do like to watch it.
The game must be less than $10 at the time of the stream, and the stream will be about 1 hour since a lot of those games are very short, made to make a quick buck. Some of the games include Crypt of the Serpent King 4K Remaster, Speedway Racing, Speed Truck Racing, the Jumping, insert food here, there's like 5 different ones, the Jumping Sushi, Jumping Burger, Jumping Hot Dog.
Insert food here.
Yeah, there's like 8 different The Jumping games of different food.
They're like little indie games.
Continue.
Fight of Animals, Rally Rock and Racing, City Driving Simulator, Car Driving School Simulator, Forklift the Simulator, and more. I'm still looking.
Forklift the simulator.
Each stream will be about. I'll rate the game at the end of the stream out of 5, and the stream will be open to guests if they would like to join for like Speedway Racing, which is a very shitty stock car racing game, and that has multiplayer. So I think it could be good.
I like it. What's the name again? Steve's Shovel what?
Steve's shovelware stand.
Is there gonna be a stand?
I'll make one.
Do you smash the game after?
No, it's all digital games.
Oh. Digital. Give me a piece of that chocolate.
No, you said no before.
Whatever.
A lot of these games are on the storefront that are like, this game is 79 cents on sale, down from 20. It's those kinds of games.
People do those where they
Sometimes
switch
those games
games
are
over
good.
and over on Twitch. And actually, those are fun content to watch sometimes. So. I'd be
Alright.
behind it.
We got anything else?
Just Dan's tears about fantasy. I guess next week it should be decided already, so you might want to bring up a little bit.
What?
4 teams or 6 teams in the playoffs? 12 teams
Let
in
me
the
tell you a
league?
little story about this fantasy. Everyone's walking around giving their ultimatums, and I'm gonna do this. Dan's gonna throw down an ultimatum pretty soon, and if I don't get what I fucking want, then I'm hitting the fucking road. And you know what? There's only 2 people that should be giving out ultimatums around here. Okay, it's 3-time champ / commissioner, and maybe the other 3-time champ. All these other peons, peasants, nobodies, never was. Those are all people. Am I wrong? Those are all people that should not be giving out ultimatums.
You wouldn't say that to Tom's face, but
No, I would say, Tom, you're a 2-time champ and you're washed up compared to our 3-time champs. You have no right and no ground to be giving out ultimatums. Fucking Jeremy, for real. I mean, look, I could go. Let me tell you how this went. You ready for this one, Steve? I'm gonna give you some inside scoop information. I told Mike I will deal with Jeremy, and I will get Jeremy on board. And I said, you must deal with Tom.
You did
Well,
not.
I got Jeremy dealt with and on board. We had to go to PPR, which was already in discussions long before Jeremy
Half PPR.
threw down his little foot and demanded it. Okay? Half PPR. Now this one, telling me Tom's out of control and he's not part of the league. And so Mike's not fulfilling his... He was supposed to handle Tom.
well, technically I did handle it. He's
Did
in.
you?
He's in if you want to switch it to 4 teams in the playoffs.
That's not handling it.
That's a solution, and then that's that. So then if you don't like that solution, now it's up to you.
Here's what we'll do. Right? Here's what we're going to do. We're not going to do PPR. I'll throw Jeremy out with another person out. We'll drop down to 10. And on top of only doing 10 teams, we'll
No.
still do 6
If
in
we
the
drop
playoffs.
to 10, you see? You got
Nope.
you locked in a
We'll
hole, pal.
still do 6.
If you drop to 10, it's absolutely 4 in the playoffs.
Nope. We're going to cut.
One could argue that
No,
too.
but we're not changing it. Maybe we're going to have a league. We're not changing anything.
You can't have more than half of the people in the playoffs.
Steve, zip it. Okay? We're not going
We're
to do
exactly
anything.
half right now. The real NFL has
Nope.
14 of 32 teams.
We're
make
not
it.
talking about the real NFL.
So that equals
We're talking about the
43%.
fact- We're talking about the fact that if we go down this road where everyone's going to start demanding things, then we're just not going to do anything. We're not
Has
going to do
that
any
road
changes.
ever really
so
not been
if
that
we don't
road?
do any changes, Jeremy's going to back out because it's not PPR. So we'll throw another person out with him. We'll drop down to 10, and we're going to keep it 6 because
I'll
we're not
just-
changing anything.
You'll have to make it 9 at that point because I will also
Well, then you'll
be
count
out.
as the other one. You'll count as the 11th guy out. So we'll be down to 10.
And with that, I'll take House Bador with me.
I'm not playing this game. We're not playing this
That'll
game with
be
everyone
3
giving
people
ultimatums.
out. And then I'll take Adam. That's a quarter of the league gone.
You can have Adam.
A third
Did
of
Adam-
the league.
I'm not even sure Adam showed up last year.
That's a whole third of the league that would
The
be out.
the only guy that got a fucking win was against me. I'm still appalled to this day about it. The only one came from me wasn't it week 1?
That was one of the
It was
best
the first week of the
stories.
season, was it
You
not?
might have picked up one or another one.
You
by
only got
then.
one win.
Did he really?
But he got some in the playoffs.
I
But in the
don't
regular
know.
season, he got one win. He was like 1-13.
He's still a respected and valued member of the league.
And speaking of respected and valued members, let's not forget, okay, that there's one person in this store that's all about fantasy. And that's this cat right here. Okay, I'm walking around as the March Madness champion, the fantasy football champion. I have won everything in this store that is related to fantasy. I don't care what the discussions are. I'm going to have so much fun this season. I'm going to walk around as the fucking god that I am in fantasy because I am truly that good at fantasy. March Madness tournament champion and fantasy champion same year, and the fantasy football 3-timer, count it on, Mike. 1, 2, 3.
I have the same and more respectable runs than you.
Not really. I've won at the beginning of our league. I won in the middle, and I've won most recently. I've won in all 3.
So we've probably had like
categories.
4 or 5 episodes discussing this, but you cheated, pal. on
No,
those
I
other
didn't.
ones. So we'll just keep it short.
Nonsense.
He cheated.
Nonsense. But the reality is, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread when it comes to fantasy, and that's just the way it is.
Mark my words, he's not making playoffs.
So
this
when
season.
this table forms, and it's Nico or Tom or Tyler or Austin or Nate or
a lot of
whoever
those
else,
people, yes, but when you're sitting,
I'm
with,
the only
when
guy
you're
at the
sitting
table.
with the king of fantasy, you can't talk like that.
I am the king.
If you
of
were
fantasy.
sitting at a table headed by all those other people you just mentioned,
Who?
you might be able to talk like that, like the Tylers and the Austins and the
Right.
Jeremys. But when I'm sitting next to you, you need to have a little respect, my friend.
I'm not- did
you
I
need to
bash
take
you?
it down a little.
Did I bash you?
I think you did in there a little. You said a lot of stuff. I think there was at least one
First off,
or
Mike,
two Mike
first off,
bashes
Mike,
in there.
we are equals when it comes to the fantasy football titles. Absolutely. However, I'm the most current one right now. And on top of that, I won the March Madness
I don't
fantasy
think I've
tournament.
seen ever
tournament.
a champion that's least acknowledged than Dan than last year. That
That's
was one
like-
of the least deserved
I know.
championships I've
No,
ever
no one
seen.
talks about it. And let me tell you something. It not being talked, and what's clip this so it can go on. It not being talked about last year is going to make it 10 times worse this year because I'm going to be talking about it every fucking minute of the season. When we sit down for the
And
first
you'll get the
episode of the
same
Dream
reaction
Team,
that you had.
I'm going to walk right out with my fantasy football belt title, and it's going to be around my shoulder the entire year.
And you'll have that, and no one will react to it or
That's
say
fine.
anything about
That's
it.
fine. I'm going to have an absolute ball this season, reminding everyone over and over and over again that I am the fantasy champion.
If we were to have a big banner of every championship and every year, there would just be a black stripe over that year. It was just.
Oh, I haven't forgot about it. I went back and looked at the fantasy chat, and then on Yahoo saw that barely no one talked about it. You better bring in your fucking raincoats, everybody, because the fucking raining season, it's on its way. Danny Raindrops is coming,
That was
and I'm bringing a
probably-
bunch of storms with me.
the worst Super Bowl we've ever had. The worst cast of characters in it, and probably one of the worst outcomes.
I'm sorry, Mike. As long as I'm in the playoffs, it's a good season. It's not boring when Dan's in the
I
playoffs.
don't think everyone like deleted their app. No one paid any tribute to Dan.
That's not true. Everyone was commenting on it at the end of the season, but only commented on it for a day.
I'm pretty sure Dan was in his own little disaster because Tom stepped in his dog's
That's
poop.
his own. The New Year's Eve. The New
That's
Year's
probably
Eve,
another story for another day.
The
But
New Year's Eve debacle of 2022, 2021.
Tom stepped in Ash's poop, and they got in a big family fight about it.
I'm still not convinced that wasn't done on purpose to take away from me winning the title. So Tom could get away with not having to address me winning the title for a week. If it took Tom that long to get around
probably
his,
had an
his
ulterior
big nose
anger
head. I'm
towards
sure
you.
there was. To get around his big nose head that I'm a 3-time now, and he's still a 2.
Some jealousy and anger on the side. Some
I'm going to
building tension.
concoct this stepping in the poop drama so I don't have to acknowledge Dan's title for 2 weeks.
And then by then, everyone moved on.
Exactly. Oh, it's going to be worse this season, pals. Let me tell you that right now.
You only put a target on your back.
I don't care. Okay, we got anything else to go over?
No, I think that's it. We're way over this time. But
Well, that makes up for the couple of short episodes we had before. All right, guys, that's going to be it for Behind the Counter tonight. I think Nico's coming in for a House Divided tonight. I'm not sure. But I know Tyler and Austin are on for No Look tonight and Monday Night Gaming, so make sure to check out them. Until next Monday, adios.